welcome to Hero Wars Info. My name is Ryan. You're a new player, you're starting the game, and you don't know what to do. That's a situation literally every single one of us started in. However, what I want to do today is go through my top 5 mistakes so that you, as a new player, won't have to repeat them. These are going to be the top 5 mistakes I made when starting Hero Wars. Make sure you don't do the same. Let's start off with number 1. Number 1 is making sure that you're not using all your resources immediately. I was a slave to this red dot at the very beginning, where if there was a red dot, I was collecting it. It didn't matter when, it didn't matter what, I didn't want to see any red dots. Also, these consumables that I have in here, like these bottled energies, all the experience potions, everything in here, I was using it immediately to get the resources. I thought that was the best strategy to become as strong as possible, as quick as possible. That is not what you should be doing. You should always be using your resources only whenever specific events come around that require those resources to get additional rewards. That is by far the most efficient. That is by far the way that you are going to grow in the game the fastest and get a stronger team. So don't be like me. Don't use your resources early. Keep this red dot out of mind. Number 2, it was very hard for me to figure out who my team was going to be. So whenever I first started, I didn't know anything about Hero Wars. Hadn't been introduced to it by anyone, didn't have any advice. And while I looked online, I couldn't really find any good sources of saying, like, hey, this is a great starting team, this is what you can be focused on, these are going to be the strongest heroes in the endgame. So I would start building up a hero, and then read a little bit more and decide that hero's not going to be good enough. Then I'd start building up another hero, rinse and repeat. I did this multiple times before I finally settled on my starting team of 5. Hopefully you're watching this video right whenever you're starting. Figure out who your starting team of 5 is going to be. You can do that through talking with different people in the Discord of Hero Wars. You can do that by putting in the comments below, asking some advice, and either myself or other people who also watch this video, I'm sure, will be happy to give you some advice on who you should be playing. But it is very important that you focus, especially at the beginning, on your first team of 5 heroes. Only focus on those. Get those as strong as possible so that you can move through the tower, that you can move up in the arena, so that you can get through the campaign. Keep focusing on those, building those up, but only be building those up when events are coming that will give you additional resources to do that. Next up, I had no idea that there were free rewards throughout the game that I was not getting. Now, Sulfurs, if you're not aware, sulfurs.com is actually a great source to figure out where they're going to be giving free prizes. And there is usually a prize every single day, at minimum. Sometimes there's 2. So you can see here there's a web's gifts and then a Facebook gifts. So just choose whatever server you are on, and then all you'd have to do is click into that, and you'll get that specific gift in your mailbox. You can also go to the Facebook page if you are on Facebook, and I think there is also a web page if you're on web to get this gift. But Sulfurs is a great way to always make sure you're getting every single resource that is going to be free. So that's number 1. They do give out free stuff. And the nice thing is that you can keep this energy in your mail until you're ready to use it when an event comes that you need it. The other way that they're doing freebies is over here. So take, for example, this Valkyrie's artifact. I've already collected this today, but Valkyrie's artifacts gives 3 free absolute artifact chests on a daily basis. And you can just collect that. And there's probably 2 to 3 events in the game right now that just give you free stuff. So make sure you do click on these whenever they come up to see if it is going to be offering anything free. If it's not, you can ignore it. But a lot of times they will offer some free rewards over here. Make sure you're collecting those. Every little bit helps. Number 4 is spending in the wrong place. And there's really 2 parts of this. Number 1, spending your emeralds. I've talked about the importance of where to spend the emeralds in so many videos, but I am going to keep on stressing it. Especially as a free-to-play player. Emeralds are going to be your scarcest resource. So where you decide to spend emeralds and when you decide to spend emeralds is going to be of the utmost importance. Now, my personal favorites are the Titan events and the Titan Valley right here. What I did is I tried to get as much Titans as powerful as much as possible. Reason I did that is because I wanted to help my guild out in Guild Wars and continually get further in the Tournament of Elements and just make sure that I was solid so that I could have a place on my guild team. Now, for you, if your Titans are already in a solid spot, maybe you're spending them more on heroes and specific areas. In that case, my top area to spend them on is the Asgard right here, just because these resources are really hard to get. But again, I only spend emeralds whenever I have a triple or a quad dip at this point, with so many events coming out. So don't spend them just willy-nilly if there's only one event happening. Wait for multiple events so that you can get multiple additional rewards. One of the other ways that you can spend emeralds is energy right here. There will be ability to get 120 energy for 50 emeralds twice, and then you can get 120 energy for 100 emeralds 5 times before it moves to 150. I always get up to 150, then I stop, because it's a good value on a daily basis. And it helps me get my daily quests done to make sure I get my enchantment runes. So if you do have at least a decent amount of emeralds, this daily energy is not a bad place to put it. Now, the second aspect of this is if you are a spender, where should you put your money? I made a huge mistake whenever I started, in that I put my money into some of these offers over here on the side. I think it was like some of these special offers. And I would see that it would be focused on a hero that I didn't have leveled up. And I would say, like, that is part of my team, and I want some soul stones with them. And these are not good deals. You should never be buying these, in my opinion. You should always be trying to get max value, if you are a spender, max value, and also whenever you can try to get the VIP tasks over here as well, and try to get as many of those as possible. So, where you're spending your money, when should you be spending your money, what are the best deals? Well, those are usually the seasons, like the Champion season, or the Nature season, anything like that. Area of Conquest Golden Ticket is a good spend. And usually whenever the hero events happen with a new hero, usually those are pretty solid times to spend as well. And that, again, is only if you are a spender. If you're not a spender, you can completely ignore this advice because you're not going to be spending regardless. But if you are, do not buy these cheaper packages over here. Don't buy skins. These are not good deals. You'll be able to get them for free for later. And you'll be able to get more stuff with smarter purchasing strategies. Now, lastly, and this is something that I did also, staying in the wrong guild for too long. Guilds are crazy important in Hero Wars, and the reason why is it allows you to get a lot of additional resources that you normally can't do. If you're not in a guild, you can't do Asgard, you can't do Titan Valley, you can't do Sanctuary, you can't do Guild War, and you can't do Guild Island. But the most important part is if you're in a bad guild, you're not getting these activity bonuses on a daily basis. So every single day, there is an activity bonus that gives you great enchantment runes, and you want to max this out with your guild. And then there's a Titanite goal that gives you these absolute artifact spheres, or I should say the summoning spheres for Titans, and you want to max that out as well. I was in guilds that were getting maybe the first or second reward each day, but I am missing out on a ton of resources because I wasn't in that great of a guild. I didn't know. I just said, oh, this is free stuff, great. Make sure that you're constantly finding better guilds if you're a new player. Move up. As you continue to increase your team, maybe you can't get into a Silver League guild or a Gold League guild at the beginning. But as you get stronger and stronger, make sure you're reaching out to people who are in those guilds, seeing if they have an open spot for you, making sure that you can get those rewards, and that you can get more of these trophies in Guild War, specifically the Silver and Gold League trophies. That's going to help you a lot in improving your Titans, improving these totems, and even being able to get some skins in the Merchant and the Guild War shop. So, those are 5 mistakes I made whenever I first started playing Hero Wars. Don't be like me. Be smarter. Be more efficient. Make sure you're avoiding those mistakes so that you can become strong and be at the top of your server. Thanks for watching.